What's up, Bulldogs? All right, today I thought I would talk about this phrase that we commonly hear in the manosphere and the red pill zone, which is, she's not yours, it's just your turn. I don't really like this phrase. I'm going to tell you, I don't really like it. I understand it. To some degree, I agree with it. But I think it doesn't really paint a very clear picture, and it's not exactly the way that we want to act as men. So in this video, I'm going to break it down, and we're going to talk about why this phrase is actually more destructive than it is helpful, what you can actually gain from understanding the idea that she's not yours, but how you can actually make her yours in the actual mindset that you should have. If you guys are just joining me for the first time, I'm John from BulldogMindset.com. On this channel, I teach you how to be a man. I teach you how to build financial independence, how to get the physique you want, how to get the girls you want, and how to go from the victim mindset to the bulldog mindset. If that sounds like something that you are at all interested in, and I don't know why you wouldn't be, click the subscribe button. Make sure to take the Bulldog quiz. Also, if you haven't, it's up in the cards, and there'll be a link in the description as well. All right, so let's get into this. All right, now, I know that a lot of my friends in the red pill community are going to be upset that I'm dissing the "she's not yours, it's just your turn" terminology, but I really don't like it. All right, and I'll tell you why I don't like it. Well, before I do though, let's talk about what is accurate about that, like why that particular piece of terminology was formed, why it made sense at the time, and why you should understand it, but not employ that as your motto or your mantra in life. So what we mean when we say she's not yours, it's just your turn, is the idea of impermanence. Okay, I talk about non-attachment a lot, and it's sort of a negative way of saying non-attachment, right? What that really came from was a lot of guys that kind of had the blue pill mentality or the nice guy mentality, thinking that, you know, some girl that they met, some girl that they went on a date with, that they professed their love for, or that they became emotionally attached with, that they would think that this girl was theirs, okay? And they would get so heartbroken and so upset when they find out that she's not. She's not theirs, that she would be attracted to another guy, that she may move on, that she may be even sleeping with or dating other guys, even at the same time. All right. And so they would get really upset about that. It would shatter all their hopes and dreams in life and make them really upset. And so that's where that phrase came from, was this idea of like, look, this is the mindset that you should have to some degree, is you should think that she's not really yours. Okay. It's just your turn. All right. And so when she's gone, then it's some other guy's turn. Now, this turns into a derogatory phrase in the sense that it's making it seem that all women are whores. Not the case. Now, some are, and in some cases, this does apply in the sense that there's a lot of women that are very promiscuous and like trying to lock down one of those. So for example, like it would apply very much to a girl in the industry, like a stripper or an escort or something like that. You know, if you're dating a stripper, you should pretty much expect that, yeah, she's not yours, she's not going to be yours, and it might be just your turn. The other place where this would really apply, okay, is if you are, you know, perhaps dating a girl that is very much an attention whore, someone who you would rate as like a 9 or a 10, all right? And you have to kind of realize at that point that, especially a young girl that's in the 9 or 10 range, she's really going to probably not be tied down to one guy. She's got too many opportunities. She's got guys that are willing to fly her out to Europe and pay for her to stay in a nice hotel. She's got like yacht parties. Like, I mean, a girl that's of that caliber of beauty has a lot of opportunities. She can make a lot of money. A lot of guys are going to be chasing after her. It's pretty hard for you to lock her down and to think that she's just yours. So you may have a turn in that case. So that's really where the terminology comes from. But again, guys, I don't like it, and I'll tell you why. All right, because the problem is that like you need to understand at that level, but so many guys internalize this and they just spit this out as their mantra, saying she's not yours, it's just your turn, to every single girl that they meet. And they have that mentality when they're getting into relationships or they're dating girls. And the problem with that is that if you have that mentality, okay, you're not going to be handling things correctly, right? Because if you're really being a very masculine, what we call an alpha male in a relationship, whether that be just a casual relationship, dating a girl, or a more serious kind of long-term relationship, she is yours, right? In fact, one of the ways that you can really get a girl to be very responsive sexually to you is to say you're mine. The concept of ownership is one that women find extremely attractive, right? You'll find this in a lot of romance novels. You'll find this in a lot of literature that like erotic kind of literature, this idea of ownership, right? The whole like domination, that's like the ultimate form of domination, right? Women want to be possessed by a man, but by a strong man. And so what you need to be coming across is as that strong man, as that man who possesses. Now, at the same time, you have to balance this with your own personal non-attachment, right? So from the sense that you shouldn't think that you can't lock down a girl in the sense that you can't have a girl become obsessed and completely loyal and faithful to you and to want you. That can be done for sure if you are of a very high value man, if you understand how to handle yourself in a relationship, that you're very masculine, and you understand how to handle yourself in the bedroom sexually, right? If you understand those things, the phrase of she's not yours, it's just your turn, it's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't apply to guys of that value, right? In fact, they might have multiple girls that are chasing them, that are attracted to them, that are monogamous with them, even if they are not. That's the truth of the matter. It's an unpleasant truth to some people, but I'm telling you the way that things work. And this is, you can look at this, you can test this, and you can see that this works. Okay. I talk about some of the stuff that I'm talking about here, but I'm being a little bit vague on purpose because I don't want to, upset the YouTube. Already this is going to be in trouble with the YouTube algorithm, but I don't want to get strikes and bans on the channel because I can give you some explicit instructions, but I have them in my Bulldog Mindset membership. If you haven't joined already, a lot of information, especially about escalating. Physical escalation is like within the first couple of weeks of the modules in there. So there's a link in the cards, there's a link in the description below. Also, for just $7 you can get in for the first month, and I talk about how to be a beast in the bedroom and what you need to do and how to flip some of those switches to make it so that she is yours, right? And she is basically devoted to you, which is something that, again, like I said, that's why I don't like this phrase. I don't like the idea of telling guys that she's not yours, it's just your turn, and having them internalize that, thinking that they can't be the man of value that would be able to secure a woman and to have her basically worshiping your feet, because you can do that. And if you know how to do that by being the guy that she's never encountered before, the more masculine man, the alpha male, if you will, then you'll see that response. And trust me on this, like it does happen. And a lot of guys that don't believe that, it's because they're just low value, right? And again, when we go into the whole thing with breakups and divorces and things like that, and all the issues that you might hear about from guys that have had problems in that area, a lot of the times it's a reflection of the man, right? Now, I'm not blaming the victim, I'm not shaming men here. I know I've heard all these arguments before. This is just the reality of the situation. You need to step up and be a man and realize that, when we say as a man, be non-reactive, okay, this is always said in game and pickup and things like that. What does that mean? Why do we say that? The reason why I say that is because men are supposed to be non-reactive and women are reactive. Women react to you, and they react to how you act within a relationship. So whether it be a casual, just on a single date, even on the first date versus a long-term relationship, how you act as a man in that relationship is going to determine how that woman acts to you. So if you have in your mind, she's not yours, it's just your turn, okay, and you're acting in that manner, then it's almost like, well, it's just my turn, and so you're going to get that kind of result, right? But if you have in your mind, I'm the shit, there's no guy better than me, like I'm the top that this girl could possibly get, and she should know it, then you're not going to react. You're going to be non-reactive, but you're going to act in a very different way, which is going to command respect from her, which is going to have her treating you more like a king, like I always say, and more like the lion that you have within you, right? You have to bring that out. Again, that's what I talk about a lot And the membership is developing that Bulldog mindset. If, like I said, if you haven't, go ahead and join us in there. We have a lot of discussions around these things in the Facebook group, in the Discord server. And then, like I said, I've got video lessons in there. And if you have questions, the best time to get on with me directly is the live Q&As that we do every month. But this is why, again, like I said, I don't like that phrase. Again, I want to make this clear. I understand exactly where it comes from. I understand exactly what it means. And I even agree with it at a certain level. Okay, but it's not the mantra that you need to be saying. You need to have that. You need to have the non-attachment, right? I firmly believe nothing is mine in this world. I don't own anything. It's all borrowed. Even the atoms that make up my body, they'll someday go back into the ground. They're not mine. They're just mine temporarily, right? So nothing is mine. It's just my turn, which is, it's fine. But that allows me to have a certain amount of non-attachment, that people can come into my life, they can leave my life, that's fine. Money can come in, money can leave, opportunities, jobs, whatever it is. All these things can come into my life and leave, and I'm fine with that, and I'll be okay. I don't count it as a loss. So I have that internalized, and that's an important thing. That's what I call non-attachment, all right? But at the same time, I understand my value as a man, and that I can command respect, and that I demand and expect respect, that I demand and I expect loyalty, that I expect people that are going to be in my life to obey my standards, to meet my standards, to respect my boundaries, to respect me as a man, and that I'm high enough value that I don't think she's not yours, it's just your turn. I don't think that at that level. If things disappear, if things go, if people leave my life, that's totally fine. Again, like I said, you have to hold those two things in balance. You have to internalize the belief that you're good enough, that you're strong enough, that you're the best, essentially, okay? At the same time, be willing to let everything go. That's the key. That's the key to really being successful in life as a man. And like I said, I've got a lot more details on some of this stuff I can't talk about on YouTube in the membership. If you haven't joined already, go check it out for $7. Yeah, trust me, it'll be worth your time. And that's all I got, guys. So click the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to watch another video, a good topic, again, is one of the videos I've been recommending lately, which is why alpha males have a low tolerance for women. We'll put a link up here, and you can click down below to check it out. All right, guys, talk to you next time.